Hey guys, 24-year-old Lizard Lee here for Companion Cube Day 5. So these are all the ones I've done so far. I hate wearing big rings, but this is on my cake yesterday and it's super fun. It's blue and it has tiger stripes. Like, it doesn't get better than that. Oh. It's funny, I woke up at like 4 a.m. this morning and I was just like, I'm 24. All right. I'm gonna go pee and go back to bed. So that's how my morning started. And I have no idea what woke me up. I have no idea. But my alarm went off at 6 and I was just like, oh, it's still dark. My mom's probably still in the shower. I'm still kind of tired. So I didn't want to get out of bed. But then Tessa started meowing at me. So I was like, fine, I'll get out of bed. So I got out and my mom was out there. And sorry, I have to take this off. Like, it's super cute, but like I can't wear it for long because they kill me. I got a huge thing of puzzles for my birthday. I don't know. I've never videoed myself working on a puzzle on this channel because I do Flosstube, but like I love puzzles. Like I love puzzles almost as much as I love cross stitching. So on days when I have work, if you guys are okay with this, I would love to video myself doing these. Like I'll still do the narration and all of that. I'd really like to, because they're all glow in the dark. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. I'd probably finish all 3 of these in one day, and all 3 of these in one day. And then, yeah. So, you know, I love puzzles so much. You guys have no idea. Like, you actually may not have any idea. I should show you, so you have an idea. Give me a second. Oh, hey. I made this my senior year in my ceramics class. Look at that. Some people had ceramic actually put on their faces, and they had straws on their noses so they could still breathe, or maybe like a little straw in their mouth. With my asthma, and then you had to lay down on your back, and my nose immediately plugs up. So I was like, there's no way I can do that. I won't be able to breathe. And you have to sit there for a few minutes. So I just made mine out of scratch. It didn't have a base or anything. So, this is a puzzle that's absolutely massive. This is only half of it. The other half is under it. So that's the most recent puzzle I've done. Love it. And then I have way too many to show you guys each of them. But if you look down here, that cat is a puzzle. And then all the ones under it are puzzles. Let's see how far down I can bring you. Look at how thick this is. Alright. These are all puzzles. All puzzles. I love puzzles. I love them so much. Ugh. So, you know, if you guys are cool with that, I'd be really happy. And it's my birthday, so you should say yes. Yeah. I'm gonna go put this stuff back, and then I'm gonna start stitching. Jumping straight into the narration on this one, I didn't get much footage. All I did was finish this cube you're looking at, which you've already seen me do 3 times. So this one is extremely repetitive. Hopefully my narration will change it up a bit. 19. What was your most embarrassing moment? Okay, well, that's not going to change it up a bit. I've already talked about that. 20. If you were president, what is the first thing you would do? I would quit. Like, no joke. I do not want to be president. There's absolutely no way. That lifestyle is not for me. That just, none of it. I don't want to be in politics. I really don't. Like, you know, I have strong opinions on things, but, yeah, no. I don't want to go into politics. None of that. Stay away from me. 21. What age do you feel right now and why? I feel 24 because I'm actually 24. Honestly, it feels no different from 23 or 22 or 21. And as someone who like never drinks, 21 didn't feel any different from 20. So I haven't really felt any changes since like, I don't even know, 16 because I was able to start driving. 22. If you could witness any event of the past, present, or future, what would it be? Ooh, so the other question was like to see a person in the past. So this is an actual, or well, no, because event. Because I said the Big Bang would be really cool. So another event. Well, I was talking about Pat in my last video. Seeing his, or like one of his many speeches to his troops would be like really inspirational. I don't know. And then in the future, I want to see. Well, I mean, this one's really typical, a really typical answer. I want to see how people are at my funeral. Like, I mean, I don't want everybody to be crying, but I don't want them to be partying, because, like, if everybody's happy I'm dead, that would be really depressing. 23. What is a skill you'd like to learn and why? I'd like to learn another language, because, you know, being bilingual, or, what is it? Polylingual? Polingual? No, whatever it is when you know more than 2 languages. It's P something. P something lingual. I don't remember what it was. Obviously, you know, that's really helpful in a job, but it's also really helpful pretty much anywhere, you know, like, especially in the US, most people speak English and or Spanish. So I knew Spanish at one point, kind of forgot it when I learned Japanese, and now I'm just, people like, you know, introduce yourself in Spanish, and I'm like, ohayo gozaimasu, watashi wa Elizabeth desu, and that's Japanese. And then people are like, introduce yourself in Japanese, and I'm like, hola, me llamo Elizabeth, like, or Isabel actually is what I say. So it just doesn't work. 24. What does a perfect day look like to you? A day where I'm happy, the sun is shining, and I get to stitch all day long. I love to stitch all day long. 25. How would your friends describe you? Ooh, probably really loud, funny, talkative, extroverted, fun. I like to think they call me fun. Yeah. Dorky. Crazy. I definitely get those. If you could save yourself from the end of the world and choose 5 people to go with you, who would they be? Oh, wow. Okay, so if it's our duty to, like, continue on humanity, I'm gonna have to get people from, like, around the world so that there's less, gene pool issues. Like, you know, and then, although some people would be like, oh, you know, you get, like, 4 other girls and 1 guy because, you know, girls are the bottleneck to, you know, kids and all that. But that would completely pollute the gene pool because all those kids would be related. So it would be me, a guy, another girl, a guy, and another girl. Or maybe another guy. Maybe it would be 1 other girl and then 3 guys. And then, well, no, like, clearly if there's only going to be 6 of us, there's like, oh wait, no, that's what it is. Okay, so 3 girls, 3 guys. But still, even then, like, there's like no hope for humanity continuing on because, yeah, the first several generations, you're not going to have a lot of those issues that come about when, you know, there are incestuous relationships. But if you continue on, those diseases that were dormant in, you know, like the parents will show up in the kids. And then it's eventually going to reach a point where, you know, people won't be able to reproduce. They'll be infertile. So I'm assuming I just, like, I'm picking 5 other people and we're going to, like, a second Earth that is also populated by people, and it's just because I want them and no one else. So I'm going to go with my mommy, my little brother, My best friend Megan, my other best friend Sam, and one more person. Who else should I pick? I should probably bring another guy because I'm only bringing my brother right now. um, well, it says the end of the world. It doesn't say right now, so I'll go with my future husband. No idea. This is like completely improbable. This would never happen. Do school uniforms make school a more effective place to learn? Personally, I think it does. Maybe this is coming from the perspective of someone who never had a school uniform, but actually always wanted one. But, you know, like every school I've been to, you know, there's been a dress code, but basically you can wear whatever the heck you want. And people always make fun of others for, you know, the clothes they wear and, you know, oh, you look good, but your clothes are really cheap. So that's, you know, that's lame or whatever. I mean, I remember there were two girls. One of them was one of my best friends. She wore a t-shirt. And another girl who I considered my friend, we were never super close. She was like, oh, I have that shirt, but I can never wear it now. Like, oh, that's so embarrassing. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, wow, you guys have the same shirt. The world's gonna friggin' end. Like, my senior prom, I think there were two girls that had the same dress and two other girls that also had the same dress. And the whole time they were all bitching about it. And it's like, you know, all of you look good. So why does it matter that you have the same taste? I don't get it. It's so stupid. And it'd be so much easier to focus on the work rather than, you know, oh, I gotta pretty myself up in the morning if everybody just wears the same stuff. And then you won't have to deal with dress code. You won't have to deal with a boy's education being more important than a girl's because, oh, your shoulders are showing and that's going to distract the boys. You have to go home and change. Like that, I'm sorry. You need to tell those boys to calm the hell down. It's a damn shoulder. They can live. All right? As someone who is like huge on guys' arms and shoulders, I never found it distracting when a guy wore a sleeveless shirt. Like, no, because it was my education. My education was more important. So I didn't stare at his arms the whole time. If a guy stared at my arms the whole time, he's just a fucking creeper, alright? He should be taking his education seriously instead. Ugh. Look at my little Tess. You can't see him, but my nephew is immediately to my right. He was sitting on the bed. We were watching Quest for Camelot. You're gonna see, like, a little clip of it when I move the video camera, or the web camera when Tessa moves. It was of the two-headed dragon. I love Quest for Camelot. I love the music in that movie. It's great. We started watching Lion King, but his mommy got home, so he was more excited to go hang out with her. Yeah, I'm annoying Tessa by blowing on her ears, but she still loves me because it's Tess, and she loves her Lizzie. Censor. Where is it? I'm gonna start moving it really soon. Whenever my hand moves, I'm dancing instead of moving the webcam. You can only see Tessa's butt. There we go. There it is. There's the dragon. That's all you get. If you could teleport by blinking your eyes right now, where would you go? South America, because then I could say I've been there. Like, woohoo! What is your favorite black and white movie? Ooh, 12 Angry Men. I freaking love that movie so much. It is one of my favorite movies of all time, let alone just black and white. Oh, it's so good. It's so interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There was a remake, and the remake is good, but the original is better. There are 12 guys they're doing jury duty, basically. Actually, not basically, they are. Is it called jury duty, right? Yeah, jury duty. And there's this kid who's from, like, not necessarily like the ghetto, but from, like, not such a good side of town. He's been accused of stabbing and killing his father. And everybody is against the kid. They're like, yeah, he's a piece of crap, and he's a bad kid, he did it. And there's one person that's like, I'm not convinced. I have a doubt that he didn't do it. And so they spend the whole movie, trying to persuade each other one way or the other. And I'm not going to ruin it for you, but you need to see the movie. It is so good. It's so good. If you could ask God one question, what would it be? What's the meaning of life? Like, yeah, I want to know. How do we know we all see the same colors the same way? We don't. We really don't. I mean, I may see blue a different way than someone else. I mean, we both call it blue, but for all I know, the one that I see that looks like blue could look like red to you. Like, I don't know. I mean, I will say if the blue sky I see looks like green grass to someone else, that's going to be weird. Or if it looks like the yellow sun or something. I mean, I think it's safe to assume we all see the same way because we are so similar. Like, I mean, obviously not all humans are the exact same, but, our insides are pretty dang similar. If you were to write a book, what would it be about? Oh God, I have no idea. I've never written a book. I don't think I'm a very good writer, so I don't think I could. Oh my gosh. If you just won $1 million, would you quit your job? No, I think I already said I wouldn't. I really like my job. I'd like to continue with it. It not only does it, make sure I go out and get some exercise, but it keeps me humble, because you have to deal with so many crappy people when you're doing customer service. And although some people become horrible people because of that, I think so far it's been keeping me a good person because overall, the majority of people I do work with are super nice. And that makes me really happy. So, yeah. I'm about to finish this one. Yay! Unfortunately, that's all I'm going to get for Companion Cube Day 5. I finished this one. So 4 sides are done now. I only have to do 2 more. And then I can start stitching them together. It's 11:39 and I'm going to leave the house around 1. I could start the next cube, or the next side, but I just, I don't want to chance it because, yeah. I still need to eat lunch. But I might actually work on a puzzle before I leave. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Do I have the next 2 days off, I believe? I don't think I work again until Saturday. So you should get some more Magnificent Wizard the next 2 videos. It'll make up for this one being so short. I don't even know how long it took me. Oh my God. Okay, so no, I have Friday off, I work Saturday, and then I have Monday off, and then I work Tuesday through Thursday. I have Friday off, and I work Saturday. Oh my God. Tuesday, I'm going to work at 9 a.m. I'm going to work in the morning. That never happens. Oh my God. And then Wednesday, I get off at 8:15. Thursday, I get off at 7. Saturday, I get off. Oh, wow, I'm only working from 11 to 3. But oh my God, like, I'm not going to be working super freaking late, except for Saturday, because I'm going to be working really late on Saturday. So, let me go see how long I was stitching for before I sign off. It took me 1.5 hours, so I'm getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about, so if you're only interested in the Flosstube stuff, if I have a lot of more time in the video, that means I'm going to be working on a puzzle. If there's no more time, well then, who cares? So, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright, I went ahead and did 2 of the small puzzles because I had a bit of time and I wanted to because, I love the puzzles. Okay, so I answered, if you just won $1 million, would you quit your job? Is possible to know the truth without challenging it first? Is it possible to know the truth without challenging it first? Well, I mean, that's hard because, I mean, things like gravity that people think are like fact, it's considered a theory. I mean, yeah, we can prove it and it's real, but it's still, they still call it a theory. Like, a scientific theory is different from like a theory in your English class, so it's not like as questionable as I'm presenting it, but that's a deep question. Is it possible to know the truth without challenging it first? You know, how can you ever know if anything is true if you don't try and refute it? How can you know this is the way you feel if you haven't felt some way, some other way before? That's hard. Yeah, I don't know. What is the one thing you'd most like to change about the world? Wars and stuff like that, and terrorism and all that. Like, what is it? Humans and chimps are the only animals that, like, go to war. And then, dolphins commit rape. I don't know if any other animals, or at least, like, not on the scale that dolphins and humans do it. I don't think any other animals do. Yeah, I'd get rid of all that confrontation bullshit. No, thank you. If you became a multimillionaire overnight, what would you buy? A new laptop. I would definitely buy a new laptop. I'd probably buy a new desk, and, you know, I'd rearrange my room in a better way so I wouldn't have to straddle my chair when I'm working. Should marijuana be legalized? You know, I don't even care. Like, so long as people don't go out when they're high and, like, try and drive or go to their work or whatever, because I have no interest in dealing with someone who is just high. Like, I don't have any interest in dealing with someone who's plastered, so long as it's got, like, the same similar rules as alcohol, I think it should be, because at this point, I don't think it hurts anybody when someone decides to get high, because usually people get really nice and just dumb. So, yeah, I mean, I don't care either way. I have no intentions of ever smoking marijuana, so, like, whatever. If you could go back in time, what year would you go to? I mean, I've already said, like, the Big Bang, so that would be, like, year -1 billion. I have no idea. I'd have to pick a specific year. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at these kind of questions, you guys. I don't know. If you were ruler of the world, what laws would you make? If I were ruler of the world... I mean, I've already said I don't want to be president, and that's only over the U.S., so I'd rather not be, like, the ruler over the entire world, because, yeah, no. I'm cool. I'd rather not. If you had to move to another country, where would you move? Dude, I would love to go to Canada. I've always wanted to go there. But if I'm going to a country I'm, like, familiar with, I'd love to go to, like, England. I love England. Australia's pretty awesome, too. Which continents have you been to? I've been to North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Africa. Yay! Oh, no. That's all the questions this one has? Oh, no! Because I'm almost to the end. Questions. Oh, dear. This is going to be, like, really crappy questions, because all I typed in was questions. Great questions from StoryCorps. Let's see. A blank screen. Man, those are some good questions. Oh no, it's not loading properly. So yeah, you know, I like doing puzzles. I did both of these upside down, I would like to point out, so I did it for you guys. You should be proud of me, because it's much easier to do a puzzle when it's facing you properly, because you have a better idea, like, oh yes, clearly his face goes here. Much harder to do upside down, because I don't know where his face goes, because I can't tell, because I can't tell perspective upside down very well. Let's see. Great questions for anyone. Who has been the kindest to you in your life? I'd have to go with the majority of my teachers. Like, they